Many people see the Belvedere guest house on the Cherry Grove bayfront, but few know why or when it was put there. With its ornamental white facade and towering domed roof, the house is certainly a unique sight among the unobtrusive homes strewn along the island's coast. And that's only the distant view. Upon entering the home, it becomes even more of an anachronism. Two sculptured white lions stand at each side of a gray iron gate at the home's front entrance. Beyond this gate, one will find a scattering of artistry in the front yard, including several ornate fountains. It is a residence like no other in the New World, a recreated vision of grandeur rising above the willows on the bayfront like a Venetian mirage. Only in Cherry Grove could a palace of its opulence and splendor exist and be appreciated for what it is, an evocation of gaudy, bygone days when wealth and pleasure in lush surroundings set the mood for a midsummer romance. The house is called the Belvedere, and for good reason. According to John Eberhard, the designer and builder of the mansion, a belvedere is a summery getaway. Literally, a belvedere is a beautiful view, and the cupola or dome atop the building certainly commands an inspiring panorama of the bay, the ocean, and the rooftops of the community. John died in March of 2014. A designer and scenery painter by trade, he constructed this architectural fantasy in 1957. But the home evokes a sense of history and feels much older than that. Many of the fixtures and artifacts are, in fact, centuries old. Most of the things in the Belvedere were salvaged from the glamorous wreckage of beautiful homes in Newport, Rhode Island, and from estates on Long Island. In the 50s, there was no real interest in architectural beauty, and homes were ripped down for no reason, Eberhard explained. Busts and statues in the classic Greek and Roman tradition peer from every legend corner. Eberhard himself did much of the casting, but some of the pieces are authentic terracotta dating back to the Middle Ages. The effect is very over the top. Eberhard built the Belvedere with only 3 helpers in the course of one summer. The basic materials had cost about $6,000 back then, he recalled, adding that they would probably cost in the millions today. He also did most of the home's detailed artwork, including the exterior's white ornamentation, which is the most visible feature of the house to the distant onlooker. Most people wouldn't care to do all this detailed work, explained Eberhard as he points around his living room ceiling. Lining its perimeter were rows of small wooden squares, which he cut and painted himself. He also pointed out the home's finials, things that could only be described as decorative knobs. Eberhard made about 40 of them, all of them duplicates, and scattered them about the exterior of the house. Those were the biggest pains, he said, kidding. I made the one sculpture, made a mold of it, and then cast all the others. There are 30 rooms in all, some named and all unique. There's the painted room, the gold room, the seasons room, the water room. There's even a hidden room, said Eberhard in a recent interview, as he points above the balcony to a painted wall with a doorknob on it. You can't find that door when you're drunk, says John. So you have to back down the wall and feel for the knob. The premises are formal, civilized, and tastefully landscaped. Water maidens of stone surround the pool, and large pots of petunias overflow their brim. The property goes right to the edge of the bay, and in years past, Eberhard has thrown spectacular parties. John once said, "I want this to be a fantasy place for people," and I think it is for most people that stay here. The hotel is now owned and occupied by Craig Eberhard, John's adopted son, and his partner, Julian Dorselian. The Belvedere takes reservations online starting in January and sells out during the party weekends in the summer.